It's another beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield. I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. Thank you for joining me on a hump day, Raider Nation. And what do we always do on a hump day, Raider Reaction? The same damn thing we do on Monday. We drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide as we touch on all the hot league topics and go ghost to the post with Prime and the Commish. That's how we do it every single hump day. Now, Prime, you know, ReACTION resident sports guru. The man has been a ring announcer for pro MMA and boxing, PA announcer for pro soccer, as well as play-by-play and color commentary for college basketball and college football, as well as the reigning vice president of the Hardcore Challenge, the pinnacle of fantasy football. So the man just knows his freaking sports, and that's why he's here every Monday and Wednesday. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We don't know gremlins. There it goes.
We good?
We're good. I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
What up, everybody? About time, man. Those connections get a little bit rough, but it's back again. Goes to the post with Prime and the Commish.
Yes. Hitting. So.
Why are you on Wi-Fi?
I'm not. Not.
Oh, we've got up close of a prime thumb. That was a nice thumb.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
If anybody's got one of them crazy fingerprint scanners, you can get his DNA.
I had to check my settings. I'm like, what's going on? Hola, ¿cómo estás?
There we go. Now you're money. All right. Sweet. All right. So, week 2 starts tomorrow. So, lots of hot topics coming into week 2. What the hell was that?
That was my cat.
I just see
dude.
Crazy and furry go flying by, and that was all right. All right.
I'm not on dial-up. I got a team of hamsters running wild on a wheel right now, trying to get the machine started so I can hook up the satellite that bounces off something in Russia so I can finally get some internet.
Mirrors. We're using mirrors. Mirrors and gerbils.
Hamsters. Hamsters, dude. We don't use gerbils. Hamsters, man.
Hamsters are more manly.
Yeah.
We don't need to go about gerbils. We all know about that, so we'll just leave it there. All right.
So
moving along. Football.
We got some news. We got some news.
Brian Cushing's linebacker, Texans, 10 games out. PEDs.
Yeah. Brian Cushing's. I don't know if you ever saw that the Hard Knocks with the Houston Texans. Brian Cushing is a maniac, dude. Like, he's the kind of guy in practice, in football practice, that is always bleeding. Like, his forehead's bleeding or whatever. He's always bloody, right? And he's always so super fired up. It took him this long to bust him a second time. Yeah. It took him this long to bust him a second time. This is the second suspension. That's why it's 10 games, not 4 games for PEDs. You know, I mean, that guy had all the potential in the world. He was drafted in the first round in 2009 by the Houston Texans out of USC, University of Southern California. And he was supposed to be, I don't know, just the middle linebacker from hell. And lo and behold, man, he kind of is. But he's on the juice. Yeah. He's on the juice.
You can't. I believe this isn't the first time he got popped, right? He's been popped before.
No.
Yeah.
No, he had like 2 seasons where he didn't get. Well, he was injured one season. Then I think the next season he got busted for PUDs when he was trying to come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Abe, I hate to break it to you. We talk about all 32 teams on Monday and Wednesday.
On Monday and Wednesday, we got to stay educated. We got to know about the 31 enemies. So, I mean, we've got to be educated fans. So, on Monday and Wednesdays, we touch on, and that's why I got Prime on here, because I look at everything through silver and black eyes. Prime looks at everything from a league perspective. So, and we do touch on Raiders stuff like Donald Penn. Donald Penn is closing in on a 2-year extension with the Raiders. It looks like the possibility of it being finalized by the end of the week, which is he's the cornerstone of the car insurance. So signing him is possible.
And they've been trying to get that deal. They've been trying to get that deal done for a while now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it needs to get done, and I think it'll get done. I mean, obviously, they got him in here. Glenn knows what's up, man. We drop back deep in the pocket on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's how we do every Monday and Wednesday. This goes to the post. It's league-wide. We hit on all the news.
Just to let you know, I'm roughing it in the background here. It's nothing but my garage.
Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It's all, like, faded. You can't even see it.
It's back there. It's all garagey. But Prime will have a new set. Hopefully, well, next week. Next week, I will have a new set.
There you go. Mark his words. He's Prime stepping it up.
Yep.
So
I think everyone's done with me hanging sheets and blankets from the ceiling somehow. So.
All right. No more sheets.
But the Houston Texans had more news. It's official now. Deshaun Watson was named the starter. It's official now.
Oh, they did name him the starter. I did not see that it was named official. Oh, so your prophecy has been fully fulfilled.
Week 2, he's the starter.
2 weeks ahead. 2 weeks ahead. Abe, let's just answer Abe's question, because he's dying to get our take on the Raiders-Jets game. So, my take on the Raiders-Jets game is it's going to be a bloody slaughter. I don't give the Jets any chance of winning. They looked horrible against the Bills, and they've even pretty much come out and said, without saying it, by their actions, that they've given up on this season. They want the first-round pick. So.
But I will say this, the upper brass of a team can say whatever they want. The general manager can come out and say, yeah, we're trying to lose every game. You think those players are trying to lose every game?
No. That's the thing. Any given Sunday, you still got 2 squads of guys out there that aren't going out there and laying down. They're still professionals, and they're going to fight. So.
Yeah, they're professionals, and they're going to fight. Now, obviously, the Jets have their offensive woes, okay? They are no good on offense. They got a old and crumbly Matt Forte, and they got rid of all their wide receivers, right?
Brandon Marshall,
but their defense,
Eric Decker.
yeah, both gone. Both gone. Brandon Marshall's up there doing nothing in New York, And Eric Decker, is he a Tennessee Titan now?
Yeah, he's a Titan, and he didn't do much this last weekend.
Nah, well, I don't know. I think actually Decker with Mariota could be a lot better. It's going to take time.
I think they'll be a lot better going forward. The Titans are in a good division for them to succeed because
absolutely,
yeah, the Colts, the Texans. I mean, come on,
yeah. But on the other hand, the Jets, though, defensively, they've always come to play. They've always come to play, and there were times in Week 1 where David Carr and the Oakland Raider offense,
Derek Carr,
didn't quite have the timing right.
Derek Carr,
you know what I mean? What I do?
You said David Carr. That's all right.
What? Oh, oops. My bad. I know Derek Carr. Derek Carr, not David Carr. David Carr. We were talking about the Texans.
Yes, I know. That's why it was Freudian slip. Freudian slip.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they got good genes in that family. They got 2 NFL quarterbacks. One of them's really good, though.
Can you imagine?
Oh, man. Imagine. Check this out.
What a proud father.
So
good God.
Christian McCaffrey got drafted this year. Christian McCaffrey got drafted this year out of Stanford, running back, plays for Carolina, okay? He is the son of Ed McCaffrey, wide receiver, played for the Donkeys, but he also played for the Giants,
the Ravens,
and the 49ers.
Why do I think Ravens?
Yeah, you know.
I think I'm
nonetheless,
I'm wrong.
But then they have another brother, or he has another son, who just got signed. Oh my gosh! Oh, where is he? Oh, is it by Jacksonville? He's a wide receiver.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So talk about family. You know what I mean? Like, woo, talk about genes. Then, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
right now, there's a.
It's like hitting the lottery to be able to make it into the NFL. I mean, a very, very small percentage of the best players in the nation make it. I mean, very small percentage. So.
Yeah, let alone people from the same household, like that grew up. Yeah, there you go, Max McCaffrey. Thank you, Nick. Absolutely. Yeah. Who did he get signed by? Was it Jacksonville? Anyway.
Interesting. Yeah, well, you got the Watt brothers now. You got those guys, and I don't know what the hell were they feeding those kids? Good.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Well, T.J. Watt had a better week last week than J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt broke a finger.
Yeah, well,
like the bone was sticking out of his knuckle. Yeah. Tape it up. We talked about it last week or earlier this week.
Ronnie
that was the whole topic.
Off and play anyway.
Yeah, totally.
Ronnie left him.
So yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some of the big matchups. Obviously, who are you picking? You want to go Raiders, Jets?
Before we get into matchups, though. Odell Beckham Jr. was spotted not only at a dance club, but having a dance off against Russell Westbrook.
You can't make that up, man.
No, I didn't make it up. It happened. Russell Westbrook, point guard of the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's obviously the NBA offseason. And he is caught, they're spotted in like a dance battle. Between Odell Beckham Jr. And hold on. One thing, though. Odell Beckham Jr. didn't play last week because of his ankle.
Yes.
What was he doing in a dance-off at the club? I don't have a problem with him being at the club, but why in the world is a man that misses a football game on Sunday at a dance-off against arguably the most athletic
you're not going to win that dance-off anyway, so why? I mean, you're going to win a dance-off against Westbrook? Come on, man. That'll drop a triple-double on you.
Oh, my God. He probably would hammer on him.
That's just bad. Yeah, it's not a good look. Kind of like the look of him going to Miami on the boat right before the playoff a year or two ago.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not like they're big deals, but, I mean, it's just bad judgment calls. It's just like you're
Bad judgment. Well, it's because they come out. It's wide receivers, man. They're divas anymore. Like the last good wide receiver that didn't have a stupid attitude was Jerry Rice.
True. It's been a minute. It's been.
Yeah.
I'm glad Coop does not seem to be a diva.
Nah, Coop actually, as I was starting to say that, I was thinking about Amari Cooper, and he seems like he has a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, he seems like he's the quiet soldier type, and that's
him. Actually, him and AJ Green, both quality receivers that don't seem to have that diva gene. True. Megatron is out of this world, but he retired.
Yes. I seen somebody ask who we play next. We play the Skins next on Sunday Night Football after the Jets, and then at Denver, and then we go home for a 3-game homestand with Baltimore, Chargers, Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
Beckham, what he needs to do is get his hair cut. That little blonde crop top he's got on there, man, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
And every time I see some kid with that same damn haircut, I just have to look at them and shake my head. And it makes me feel really old every time I do that. Like,
Right. I know. I'm like, oh, dang.
I'm just like, damn. But,
Right. Why don't you get a real haircut? Oh, crap. I'm my dad.
Our pleasure, Maria. Thank you for listening. And just to, let's throw it out there. This is Prime. I'm the Commish. This is Goes to the Post every Monday and Wednesday. Drop back deep in the pocket, let it fly league-wide. We touch on all the hot league topics. Prime's our resident sports guru. He gives us a much different perspective. I look at everything just with black eyes, but when we're talking league, got to have those as well. You got to stay educated. You got to know about the enemies. It's a league. It's 31 other teams. We got to know what's coming our way week to week.
Randy Moss is actually. Oh man, Randy Moss is definitely a diva.
Randy Moss, the diva. I got a whole lot worse words for that.
Randy Moss, he showed up at the Raiders. Was like, I'm Randy Moss, and who's your quarterback? Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Give me my check. I'm gonna go sit over here.
Then I'm gonna go to the Patriots and catch 50 touchdowns. What?
Still didn't get no ring. Randy. All right, big matchups coming into this week.
Big matchups.
Dallas, Denver. That's one I kind of got to circle around because I want to.
So it's Dallas, the Cowboys at Denver.
Yes. Cowboys in Donkeyville, and I think it's an interesting gauge for both teams as to how good both of these teams are. So we'll see. I think this is an interesting.
After next year, that'll be Hall of Famer Randy Moss. Sorry.
Oh, Misty. Prime is actually there currently as well.
Yeah, I am here. I'm in the smack dab middle of the country. Loving football. That's what I do.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I do. Now,
I just sit around, get paid for loving football. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, how the hell do I pull that off?
Yeah.
So, who do you got? Dallas, Denver. You're looking at that one.
I think
it's an interesting matchup.
Yeah. I think Dallas is better at quarterback than Denver is. But
yeah.
Dallas's defense, I mean, sure, they did a number on the Odell Beckhamless, Giants, but like, I don't know. I don't know if the Dallas defense, they're just, I guess that's not much of an offense there in Denver, but Denver's defense is ridiculous, man.
It was ridiculous, but I don't know, man. It's been in the last couple of seasons. It's really had holes punched in it. I mean, they don't have the same guys that they had all over. I mean, they still got some of these players.
They still have some good defensive backs. They still have some good defensive linemen. Who they have a linebacker right now, I'm not sure.
I don't either.
But
I hate them both too, Joe.
Outside,
I'm with you, 100%.
outside of like the last 6 minutes of the game on Monday against the Chargers, Denver D had Phillip Rivers locked up, and Phillip Rivers is better than Trevor Siemian.
I guess, but
anyway,
I don't know, man. The Chokers suck too. So that's the thing is I don't know how I gauge how good the Donkeys were off playing them because they're not. I don't know. I don't think they were that good of a team. That's why I have a hard time gauging teams off of 1 week because you don't know if the other team came out and just had a bad game or if did they play better than they are and just had this crazy like Jacksonville. Is Jacksonville gonna come out and get 10 sacks? I mean, come on. They're not that good.
Nah, they might get 6 though.
I don't know. Who are they playing? They are playing
Titans, I think.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Titans.
They're playing Tennessee. It's an interesting matchup. So, who are you taking? Dallas Donkeys.
I'm going to say Dallas by 3.
I think Dallas takes it too. I'm picking Dallas to beat the Donkeys, and obviously that's a good thing for us, Raider Nation, because
but it's going to be close.
1-1.
It's going to be close.
But I think this is a good game. I'm going to watch that game because the Raiders play an early game. So, oh no, actually we do play a late game. It's a late game. It's a home game. What am I thinking? So I'm not going to be able to watch that game. I'll have to watch it on the replay. I'll have to watch the condensed version. But I'm interested to see how that game shakes out. That could be a good gauge for them. Now, another big game, Prime, is in the NFC, between the Packers and the Falcons. Two big playoff rivals last season. The Packers were close to getting to the Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers, Matty Ice. I don't know. It's a battle of some really good quarterbacks. Of course, Atlanta has the all-pro receiver, all-world receiver, Julio Jones. Meanwhile, Jordy Nelson?
Yeah.
He's healthy this year for the Packers.
Randall
so
Cobb's
it's going to
healthy.
be pretty solid.
I was high on the Packers this season in the NFC. I think Rodgers is going to have a big season, and I believe the Falcons are going to have that slump, man, that you typically have when you know. Us Raider fans know all about the post Super Bowl losing slump. It can last a while.
they barely pulled it out against Chicago last week.
I know.
But I think that was a fluke. I mean, now that offense is way too good. That offense is way too good. And that defense was actually playing. So I got to say Atlanta. And I'm going to say Atlanta by... I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is he's got such a strong will as a quarterback.
Mechanical butthole open on top of the stadium too. So if that weighs into your decision, Prime, the mechanical butthole will be open on top of the Falcon Stadium this weekend. So I don't know if that weighs into your decision. Just want you to know that.
Nope.
So you know all of the details about this game.
No, it's still. I got to go. Yeah, Atlanta by 9.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go the other side of the coin. I think the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers will go down there and he's gonna have one of them games and he's gonna ruin their little party in Atlanta with their sphincter opening. And
oh no,
I'm picking Green.
I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, we got Jordy. No, I mean, oh man, who's their running back? I mean, no. What?
Ty Montgomery.
He's the wide receiver. He wears number 88.
I know. That's silly.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Man, and their defense, talk about an aging defense. The Green Bay defense. I mean, what's his name?
Clay. There'll be no Chick-fil-A at that game.
No, there's no. But they got a real nice Chick-fil-A in that Atlanta Coliseum, though.
Nice.
They do. You can go to that stadium. Get used to Chick-fil-A Monday through Saturday.
Be good for college college games. It'll suck if you're going for Falcons games, but
Right?
no Chick-fil-A for you. So, all right. Well, we disagree on that one. We disagree on that one, but yeah.
Picking Atlanta at home, you're picking Green Bay on the road.
I'm picking Green Bay on the road. Green Bay on the road. Yes, I am.
Picking Atlanta at home.
Yeah, if I'm looking across here, what other I would call the big game currently? You bucket 2-1-0 teams. The Vikings at the Steelers. ESPN is ranking the Steelers number 1 on the power rankings. Like, where the hell they got that from? I have no idea.
They barely beat Cleveland.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know what.
But still, they got the bees over there. The bees between Brown and Bell and
I know.
Ben.
So, it's an interesting matchup.
The Vikings look really good. Sam Bradford had the game of his life. Sam Bradford is a guy that doesn't average more than 7 yards a pass, and he threw for over 340.
I've never been sold on Sam Bradford. I still think he sucks. I don't know why. I just can't get on board with that guy. Maybe it's just the way he looks. I don't know. Just can't get on board with him. I don't know. I don't know why.
He was the last college player that didn't have the salary cap, the rookie salary cap.
Yeah, I know.
So when he got drafted,
he got for his team.
Yeah, he got paid. It was something like $50 million rookie.
Yeah, he was the last one.
And then he came out and hurt his shoulder. Then he came out and he hurt something. I don't know. He was hurt. He hurt his shoulder. I think he had a lower body injury as well. And then he got drafted by the Rams, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yes. Who do you guys got for that game? Throw it up there. I see quite a few Vikings. Vikings, Steelers. Vikings at the Steelers. Who do you guys think's that one? Come. That's an interesting one.
In this, in a sense, with them ranking the Steelers number 1 and the way that Minnesota played in some alternative reality, this could be a pre-Super Bowl matchup. If there were no other teams. If there were no other yeah.
What alternative world is this? I don't like this alternative world where there's a Steelers-Vikings Super Bowl. Let me the hell out of this alternative world.
I have no desire to watch that Super Bowl whatsoever. I have no desire to see that Super Bowl whatsoever.
Hell no! There's been some Super Bowls in recent times where I've just been like, I don't even want to watch that game. I hate both of these teams so damn much, I don't want to see either one of them win.
I watch them.
It happened way too often lately.
I'll watch them all.
I mean, it's somewhat that way in every damn Super Bowl to an extent, because I pretty much hate all 31 teams at one level or another. Looking down the line, another game I would call a big game is Philadelphia at Kansas City. Another big game, another division rival for us. We're hoping to catch as an L. And a quality opponent in Philly coming to town, man. Carson Wentz is looking like the real deal.
He is looking like the real deal. But did you pick the Vikings or the Steelers?
Vikings.
Or the Steelers?
Steelers. At home.
Yeah. I got to go Steelers, too. Yeah. That offense is, oh, my gosh. 11 for 180-some-odd yards, man. Ben Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. Yeah. Ooh. Now, Philadelphia on the road at where?
Philly at KC.
Boy, KC coming off like the biggest game they ever had.
It's been the biggest game they had in a while, man.
Yeah. And, of course, Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles getting off the snide. I mean, they were terrible road teams last year, and now they went to Washington, and now they're going to go to KC. And, man, that's like the NFL dealing you a bad deal right there. You're already not good on the road, so here's 2 road games to start your season. You don't get a home opener until week 3.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's rough.
But, the Raiders have the same thing. Well, we get to come home, but 3 out of our first 4 are on the road. We get this one cream puff against the Jets, but yeah, it's tough starting out on the road. It's tough to win on the road in the NFL. It is not freaking easy. I did.
No, I actually missed.
Did you notice it looked like Andy Reid lost some weight? He's on some Weight Watchers of Jenny Craig or something?
Is he? I thought he had Philly cheesesteaks shipped into Kansas City because he's been a bigot for a while. I know if I could, I'd have cheesesteaks flown in. All right. Cheesesteaks are good.
All right, make your call. Who you got? Eagles, Chiefs.
I got to go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
At home. Alex Smith is feeling the pressure of a rookie big-arm quarterback. They got new toys. They got that new running back.
I think as much as I hate to say it, I think only one of our division rivals is going to lose this week. One of the big ones between the Donkeys and the Chiefs. I think the Donkeys are going to go down to the Cowboys, but I do think the Chiefs will squeak out this win. So against the Eagles, they do play well at home. And
man, Arrowhead Stadium is a tough place to play.
It is a very tough place to play. It's absolutely a tough place to play.
Those road foes are going to come back on Philadelphia. Carson Wentz, he might regret a bit.
So, on every Wednesday, we break away, take a little break, about mid-show, and I step away, and I hand the floor to Prime as he brings you Prime Cut.
Once again, it's the Prime Cut. So, it's kind of funny. I brought up that Odell Beckham Jr. story earlier, and I touched on this a bit earlier, and that is the divahood of wide receivers, and why and how has that came to be. I mean, is it because wide receivers are out there on an island and it is their job to beat 1 or 2 guys all by themselves? They have to do one thing, get open, and when you're out there all by yourself, it can do strange things to your head. And maybe that's why all wide receivers are divas. What's cracking? I'm not even going to malafu. Anyway. But at the same time, T.O., oh, man, get your popcorn ready. Tell me why Terrell Owens isn't in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame just announced their candidates for next year. And Randy Moss is on that list. Oh, Chad Ochocinco. Man, talk about crazy. I mean, the craziest self-absorbed players you can ever think of in the NFL are all wide receivers. I mean, there are some pretty boy quarterbacks and all that stuff. I mean, Joe Montana, and yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, quarterbacks are quarterbacks. They always get all the pub. But wide receivers, man, they want all the pub. And they're all nutcases. I mean, Ray Caruth was a wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers back in the early 2000s. And he's no longer in the league because he hired a hitman to do a drive-by on his girlfriend. That is crazy. That is crazy. Now, wide receivers, man, they've been nuts from the beginning. There's only one other guy that's not a wide receiver that kind of acts like a wide receiver, and that was Prime Time. Yeah, the cornerback. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say his name. Man, I tell you what. Oh, man. So now we have Odell Beckham Jr., and he's just like the latest of the long line of divas that have come, across the league. Last year, right before the playoffs, him and a bunch of players, Sterling Shepard included, who was a wide receiver, they were all on a boat in Miami, just hanging out on a boat. Nothing says playoffs like a yacht party. That's what I say. I tell you what, if I'm headed to the playoffs, that's the perfect time to take a cruise. No, but that's how wide receivers think. It doesn't make any sense at all. So while Odell Beckham Jr. heals up, and he most likely, I still haven't actually heard the final word on whether he's actually going to play in week 2. but he should, because he got caught dancing in a dance club. Yeah, he got caught dancing in a dance club against Russell Westbrook. It doesn't make any sense. Russell Westbrook is like the best athlete on the planet. I don't know if you guys ever watch basketball, but Russell Westbrook is a bad, bad man. He absolutely is. He could play any sport. He could play in the NFL. He would be a great any tailback, quarterback, whatever. Russell Westbrook is awesome. All right, one of my favorite players in the association. But oh, you talking about Adrian Peterson? Why are you talking about Adrian Peterson? I'm talking about wide receivers, son. All right, anyway. So, but Odell Beckham Jr. was dancing against him, and maybe it's not that, I don't know, it's not that bad. It's not really that bad, but it's really just the optics. It's how it looks, man. It's how it looks. You know, when you're out on an ankle injury and you're out dancing and you get caught. Now, I don't know. I mean, I can dance, actually. I'm a good dancer, I'd say. Anyway, and I know it takes ankles to dance. So why is Odell Beckham Jr. out on his ankles? Quick story. So I was dancing once. I was getting Friday after Thanksgiving Day drunk, if you know what I mean. And so I was at the bar. And I was dancing, man. There might have been some other people involved. It was a good time. I woke up the next day and I felt fine, except when I tried to walk down the stairs of my house and my Achilles tendon was, I don't know what it was. I mean, it wasn't snapped, but it hurt so bad that I nearly fell down the stairs. Nearly fell down the stairs because my Achilles, I did not even feel, I thought I felt something that night when I was dancing, you know? Yeah. So that's about the bottom line. And now we have Odell Beckham Jr. He probably didn't feel a thing. He was on that, I don't know, some alcohol. He was drinking whatever, Ciroc, whatever they drink. I don't know what they drink. Anyway, he didn't feel that ankle at all. In fact, he felt no pain because he was dancing against Russell Westbrook. The only pain he felt was he was losing that battle. Anyway, which brings me, of course, to, Randy Moss is on the list for nominated for the Hall of Fame. And I know Randy Moss went to the Raiders and didn't do very well at all. He did not do much outside of show up to get a paycheck. It was terrible. But what he did in Minnesota was notable. He made Dante Culpepper look awesome. Dante Culpepper was like the best quarterback in the league, but really he had Randy Moss and Chris Carter. And then when he went somewhere else, he was garbage, you know. But then Randy went to, New England. Stupid Randy. I mean, after he was a Raider, oh, man. I mean, he did go to New England and hooked up with Tom Brady. And they made records, man. They broke records. That's what they did. And Randy Moss was a man amongst boys, and he played like a man possessed. I know. I see the angry faces. I'm sorry. But Randy Moss is a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He really is. I mean, I would put him number 2. All right, I would put him number 2 behind Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, number 1. Randy Moss, number 2. T.O. Terrell Owens, number 3. Then we can talk about it. So I know. I see all the angry faces. Oh, there was a like in there, so I appreciate you. But yeah. So I don't know. Diva wide receivers. They're kind of, I don't know. You got a new crop of wideouts now that aren't so self-centered. We talked about that. I mean, Amari Cooper and A.J. Green, both not so self-centered. Antonio Brown likes to dance, but he's not, he's not too crazy in the end zone. Julio Jones, he's pretty mild-mannered. So, yeah, I think the day of the diva wide receiver is starting to fade out because, honestly, when you take a step back and you look at it, it's ridiculous. Really? Really? So, yeah. That's my prime cut. It's good times. It's week 1. Can't wait for week 2.
All righty. Here we go. This is
Yeah.
prime cut for leading you into week 2. Probably back Wednesday. Bring you another prime cut with God knows what the hell it'll be. You never know.
Man, I kind of wanted to talk about Carmelo Anthony being ranked the 65th best player in the NBA, right behind Lonzo Ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So
Carmelo Anthony pissed.
I heard somebody bring up Adrian Peterson. I wanted to touch on Adrian Peterson because we all watched Adrian Peterson on Monday Night Football. It was all hyped up. It was prime time. It was his big return to Minnesota, the team that.
Oh, it's the obvious storyline. They had to do it. They had to do it.
Cast him off, and then he goes. He doesn't hardly play, and he gets all pissed off. Gives Sean Payton the stare down on the sideline. So it was nice drama in week 1.
Well, he was watching Dalvin Cook for Minnesota get like 120 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rookie running back that took his spot. Yeah, got 120 yards. While Adrian Peterson, he led the Saints in rushing. Actually, he tied with Kamara at 18 yards.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was.
Lackluster there from all-day Adrian Peterson. But I still think those are some growing pains that need to happen. It's not going to just happen overnight. I know. I mean, they just have one live game.
Oh, there's already been. Have you heard the rumor talks already? There's already been rumor talks.
Of trades?
Of trades.
I heard a little bit, but I haven't heard much since.
I haven't either, but just the fact that there's already rumors floating around, I don't know. It's just not a good look.
Really? He hasn't played one single minute on the hardwood in the NBA. Not one. Oh, come on. Come on.
Don't even get him started now. Now you did it.
Come on. Lonzo Ball is nothing but hype. Now, granted, I like his game. I like him as a Laker. I will watch, and he is good. But there's no way in the world that he is better than All-NBA, perennial All-Star, Olympic gold medalist Carmelo Anthony, one of the most prolific scorers in the NBA. Sure, he can't play defense. He is a wet bag on defense. But, man alive. Yeah, you're right, Santino. The Saints didn't need Adrian Peterson. They already had Mark Ingram.
I didn't understand the signing. When they signed him, I did not understand it. He didn't fit in.
And they drafted Kamara. Yeah, and Kamara's a rookie.
And Ingram just had a career year. And then you bring in...
Ingram had 2 good years.
Adrian Peterson is not going to be happy unless he is the number 1 premier back and you're giving him the right. Did you watch the interview with him before the game?
No, I missed it.
Oh, they interviewed him and they asked him point blank, "So, Adrian, who's the starting running back tonight?" And he just looks and says, "Oh, it better be me." And he chuckled it off. But deep down, that's exactly what the hell he meant. It better be me.
And anyone that knows anything about football knows that, yeah, he should be the starter. I don't care what kind of year Mark Ingram had last year. Mark Ingram is not Adrian Peterson. I don't care what he knows about the playbook. Run a dive, run an off tackle, run a counter. Do it, and do it now. Adrian Peterson all day, I'm telling you. He's going to waste there. Sean Payton doesn't learn how to use him better, then he is just going to, it's going to be sad. And I don't care if all the league is trying to do this thing by committee, okay? Man, Adrian Peterson is not a committee running back. He is the touches. He needs 20 carries.
He will
22 carries for Adrian Peterson. He will have 180 yards.
Yeah, he will rot in New Orleans. I don't think they're going to use him properly, and I think you're going to see that boil up quick. AP is not going to be happy. If he feels 100% healthy, he is not going to be happy not out there pounding it. He's not going to be happy.
But they should be pounding it. I mean, Drew Brees isn't he's not getting any younger. Drew Brees is, man, he's getting up there. He's pushing 40.
They should be.
He's
I agree.
quite Tom Brady, but he's right up there.
They should change their offense up. If you went and got a guy like that, and you got Mark Ingram, pound the rock and play off the run with the play action, and
Play action all day.
It's you guys. I don't get it. Hey, maybe it's time for Sean Payton to go. I mean,
there was talk about that last season. I thought about it myself, and there just comes a time where players need to hear a different voice, man. And Sean Payton, he had his moment. That moment's gone. It's past. It's done.
It's completely done. Coaches run
exactly. How can you not start it? Yeah.
It's not like college football. It's different in college football because the players cycle automatically for you. So your story doesn't get old. Now in the NFL, your story gets old. They need to hear a fresh voice after so long. They start to tune you out. So, and maybe that's, maybe they're starting to tune Sean Payton out a little bit. And I don't know. We'll see. They got the Patriots coming to town this week. So
both those teams need to get right. That's a battle of crap right now. Yeah. And man, Adrian Peterson is not going to end up like Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders played for one team, right? The reason he retired is because he wasn't going to play for another team. And Barry Sanders is not Adrian Peterson. I mean, Adrian Peterson at least had a decent offensive line. Barry Sanders was a one-man band. That's why he retired. They're not really alike. Man, they're on a list together as some of the best running backs in NFL history. That's it. That's the only way they're alike. So, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump all over that.
Different running backs. Those guys are like night and day, man. They're totally different styles, different rushers, everything. But
yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's an interesting matchup. Who are you taking when you see New England coming to town? The Patriots coming to New Orleans.
I think it's going to be a shootout because neither of these teams have any defense. It's going to be, oh my gosh, If you got any of these players on your fantasy team, start them because it's going to be a track meet. Oh yeah.
I had Drew Brees.
And I got to go Patriots.
For a couple.
I got to go Patriots.
And that's what I can always count on. Even if the Saints were going to lose, by God, Drew Brees was going to put up stats because he'll throw 400 yards in a freaking loss all day long.
Right?
Without missing a beat.
But Belichick will figure something out. Yeah, they're not going to be 0-2.
You never know, Brian. They got to go on the road. Nobody thought they were going to lose the home opener. That getting crowned, raising the banner. You had freaking Marky Mark out there in the middle of the damn field parading around. Nobody thought they were going to lose that game. The league, everybody set that up for them to win. And they freaking blew it.
Surprise.
Yep. Surprise. You sucked. And now you got to go on the road with a Saints team that really, really wants to win and does not want to be 0-2. And they're at home, man. And they're dangerous at home.
But they can't stop anybody. New England's defense is so soft.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. Adrian Peterson, if he gets the ball, he's going to bust a 60-yarder within 15 rushes against New England. Yeah. But Belichick and Brady will figure out a way to win in the end.
I don't know. I'm going to go on a limb on this one, Prime, and I'm going to pick New Orleans. I think I've been calling it, man, that I think New England's going to have a rough year this year, and they're going to meet some adversity, and this could be the first adversity that they have is an 0-2 start, and everybody is going to be questioning them.
It's really their defense is what looked absolutely horrible as soon as Hightower. Yeah, exactly. As soon as Hightower went down again. As soon as he was rolling on the ground.
Either. They were getting to Brady, man. They were getting to him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Well, I just think – I agree with you. I think it's going to be an absolute shootout. So, Who's worse at defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen or Norton Jr.?
Ooh.
Hey, man, Norton's only got – hey, I don't look at preseason when we're talking defense. So Norton's got one game under his belt this season, and he's 1-0, and the defense didn't do too freaking bad last game. So
there you go.
I'll give Norton a pass on game one before I'm ready to hang him yet.
Yeah.
And we should all give him a pass. We won. Be happy, Raider Nation. You don't always get to start 1-0. We should know that. Come on. Beautiful thing. Speaking of other teams that are 1-0, got the Detroit Lions, who had Matt Stafford, now the highest paid quarterback in the league, came out 4 touchdown passes, actually 5 if you count the one that was fixed. And he's the only quarterback to throw 4 per week. Going to New York to play the Giants, who come off a really, really bad game. We don't know if Odell's going to be back for this game. It's an important game for the Giants to keep pace with the Cowboys, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think, first of all, I think Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. And they got Jim Bob Cooter on the offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter. Best name of football. All right, Jim Bob Cooter calling the plays. So I'm going to go ahead. And the Giants, boy, even with Odell Beckham Jr., that's still not going to he doesn't play on their offensive line, you know. He doesn't play quarterback. I mean, granted, he makes Eli Manning look younger, but still, like, boy, I think it's going to take a little bit more than Odell Beckham Jr. to make the Giants good this year. They got a really good defense. They paid for it. They went out and got some free agents. And, boy.
Yeah. So who do you think? Who are you taking? It's always tough going on the road. Like we said, it's always tough going on the road. Who are you going to take?
Detroit by 12.
Detroit by 12. Detroit by 12, he says. Yeah, the Giants
that's a little
really freaking bad.
That's a little over the top. But, I mean, when it comes to points, Detroit, they scored 35 points.
They put up points.
The
Giants look
35
bad,
points.
man.
They always score 35 points.
The Giants looked really bad.
And the Giants looked really bad.
Yeah. So. All righty. Well, we got a few minutes left. Those of you joining us, this is Prime. I'm the Commish. This goes to the Post every Monday and Wednesday. Drop back deep in the pocket. Hit it league-wide on all the hot league topics. Touch on all the 32 teams. Because you got to be educated. You got to know what's going on. You got to keep up on the rest of the news.
Jim Bob Cooter!
And anytime you can say Jim Bob Cooter is a good damn thing. That's a good day. It just really is. And so,
My bad. Yep, league-wide.
Yes.
Deep.
Now tomorrow we will have we got game day Thursdays.
Where's Victor Cruz playing? Hold on. Where's Victor Cruz at? Is he hurt?
Who? The salsa man?
Victor Cruz. Yeah.
They cut him. And
I thought so.
Who signed him? I don't think anybody picked him up.
I don't think he got signed. I don't know if he got signed.
No, I think he's still out there.
He's walking the streets.
I don't believe anybody signed him. But no, tomorrow you got Houston and Cincinnati. Houston at the Bengals. And right around halftime is when our show will be going on Thursday. So you'll have NorCal Raider Rick with the Raider Nation Ricochet 30 minutes. We'll rip through all of the hot Raider topics, get you ready for week 2. Then I got JP with the college football report, and then T-Well to close out the show. And we got some business to deal with T-Well. So it's going to be an interesting segment tomorrow when we have him on. He owes debt. He owes debt to Raider Nation still.
What?
He owes debt.
What?
Unpaid. He owes a 60-second speech on the greatness of the silver and black from the bet on the preseason game. He has yet to pay his dues. So we're dragging him on tomorrow. We've got some life in the season. It'll be an interesting 15 minutes to close out the show tomorrow. That'll be for sure. So
for sure.
But Brian, thank you for joining us again. As you
New set. Tune in. New set next week. I won't be sitting in my garage. I mean, I'll still be sitting in my garage, but it'll look different. It'll look different.
He's stepping it up. Brian back on Monday, as we'll have a whole slate of week 2 to rip through and recap with you. So tune back in for Ghost of the Post on Monday, and we'll have Brian back again. Thanks for joining us, Brian.
Jim Bob Cooter!
Jim Bob Cooter. It's always a good day when you can say Jim Bob Cooter. Every Monday and Wednesday, it's Ghost of the Post with Prime and the Commish. We hit on all the hot league topics because we got 31 enemies, Raider Nation. You got to be educated on what's going on out there. And, of course, we all play fantasy football. And if I can give you any, hey, man, if we could save you from starting some stupid guy or something because of an injury update or suspension update or what have you, hey, we got to be educated. It's a big league. And, of course, I'm slanted. Everything silver and black. Everything's silver and black, but, So I got Prime on because he levels it out because I'm biased. I look at everything through silver and black eyes. And, Prime looks at everything from a league perspective. So I have him on Mondays and Wednesdays. Like I said, tomorrow, the Raider Nation Ricochet with NorCal Raider Rick and myself, followed by JP with our college football report, and T-Well with the franchise face-off. And Friday, we got a new game for you on Black Friday, so make sure you tune in. We're going to start off the first half of a whole new game, dusting off a Raider and Black, Silver, Oakland Raiders Archive Classic. Dusting off another one. Got a good one picked out for you. So make sure you tune in Friday. Thanks for joining me. Always appreciate any second you stop in and spend any time with me in the evening. Thanks for joining me. Any regulars, new, old, thank you for joining my band of pirates. Always appreciate you. Always, always. I would do nothing without the nation. Nothing. Peace, love. Raider Nation.